All right, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I'm going to make this little video. I've had this question asked to me a bunch of different times from a bunch of different people, so I'm not going to really shout out anybody. But I had it asked to me again, and it's how to make like aircrete, even regular concrete. Well, concrete is not as um, how to say that. Um, like sodium silicate will make concrete like watertight. This just makes like I just mentioned the other day, the cob, making hemp cob and stuff like that versus like straw bale, because the hemicellulose won't rot, is what I'm trying to refer to. Um, but is it's just what you need is an organic, an antibacterial kind of soap. Olive oil will work, hemp oil will work. A good note is hemp has 10% glycerin in it, just in the volume of the oil, where the olive oil, you got to add that to it. And what the trick is doing is you're going to lay down 4 layers of type S limestone and with limestone fines. That's like you get it at a masonry store. It's the grit. It's like sand, but instead of putting sand with it, it's just pure limestone. You if you can't find the fines, I'm sure a good clean sand would work. Okay. Um, the method, I'm not going to get this right. It's a Moroccan method of making polished limestone, and it's uh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word, y'all. But that's the actual name. I looked it up um, for this process, and I'm just not good at trying to pronounce names like that. Is but the but you're gonna lay down about 4 layers, 16th to an eighth inch thick, with the steel trowel. That's the important part. As you strike them down, you're like aligning all the material. You keep mashing it in, and it's going to make a glass type finish, a really nice kind of glass type finish. Basically, the trick in the alchemy is the oil, the glycerin in the oil. The well, I guess there's different ways. You can use fats and stuff too, but you want to make it like antibacterial if it's inside the house, because this is going to. You could make like cob bathrooms in tubs and in all kinds of stuff with this method. Now it's labor intensive to do a square foot. Like imagine this piece of paper square is going to take you about 4 hours if you're just starting, maybe 2 hours if you're really good. Okay, so understand that this is not nothing fast. You're trading your labor for the outcome. That's what it comes down to. And you're going to need a stone, and it needs to be polished like from a rock store kind of level stone. And you want at least one area of the stone to be flat on the bottom, with the rounded polished curves, but flat predominantly, in like where it can hold inside your hand nice. If you got big hands, it's going to cost you for that stone. I'm just being real. If you don't want to, like being page boy, do a little tiny stone. Um, and in the bigger the surface, the bigger the stone, the smaller the surface. I mean, like the contour, the better, the smaller the stone. It just works just like other masonry techniques. But you're going to lay down the fourth. You're going to lay down the 4 layers. Lay it with the steel trowel down, and on the fourth one, and that's the only one you got to worry about polishing, is the upper top one, because you're going to make that crust. And this sounds kind of gross, y'all, but it's alchemy. It's what's happening, and that's why you use an antibacterial organic soap. And will this work with other stuff? Try. I'm not going to say it won't. I'm not going to say it will. Um, Experiment and just tell me. I mean, I know it will work this way, so this is the way I'm telling you. And no, I don't want to, like everybody. I'll say that, and then everybody will ask, 5 seconds later, what other ways will it work? Will seaweed, grass, or whatever it is that Can you use that in hemp? Well, no. If the fiber is not as strong as steel, well, then it's not the same as hemp hemicellulose. The same way goes with all the instructions. Y'all can stop wasting time about that kind of stuff. I'm trying to tell you the best way, and if you can't do it this way, well, experiment and see if it works for you. I mean, that's the best I can say. That's it. But this will make anything that it's applied to pretty much watertight, as long as it's crystalline in structure. Like aircrete, hempcrete, the conventional kind, the like 411. You can make that watertight. Um, let's see what else. Now that would be, wow, that'd be an effort to make something big. Because this, like I said, it's labor intensive. About 4 hours to do a piece, a square foot. If you're a novice, 2 hours if you're good. And just keep that in mind. The labor requirements are pretty. Hire people if you can. If you can, if you can hire cheap labor, great stuff. If you don't value your time very much and you want something that's just rock solid, I mean, you can make it. You can turn cob into everything in the bathroom. Tubs, showers, all that can be done out of cob. It's pretty cool stuff. But definitely for watertight on the outside. And again, experiment. I mean, I'm saying to make it like a mirror finish, it's going to take 2 to 4 hours. To do a square foot. You might be able to get away with it. If you live in the Southwest, where it doesn't rain that much, and you're not worried about daily deluges. Out east, you might want to put all 4 hours into that. Just it's experiment. That's all I'm saying, Okay, it's just a method to make watertight surface on your cob, the traditional hempcrete, the actual hempcrete with the registered mark, hempcrete. Okay, that's watertight. That'll float a boat, y'all. That monomer modified stuff is incredible. Next best thing, okay? But that was just to update that one that I made the video about it makes a difference with all the stuff. This is how you make it watertight. Okay.